session with you all. So let's get started without any delay. Before that, let me introduce a few of the updates of our capture now. As you can see on my screen, we have Mastering Job and Studying Certification course. This is for the participants who have people who have 6 months of subscription and other courses as well. And to the new joinees, especially, there are some rules and code of conduct that you have to follow. Please do not share or ask for any personal details from the participant or coach. Please keep it professional. You can speak out your mind. Do not hesitate. No one's going to judge you. But please keep it professional. Don't go too personal with others. And I know it doesn't mean I'm afraid that I have to remove that participant. So let's get started, guys. You can see some conversation points on the screen and some vocabulary on the right hand side of your screen. If you're running out of the words, you can make use of it. So we have a lot of participants. I'm glad to see all of you. I'll go in an alphabetical order. Since Avnish, it's your first time, so I'll give you a chance at the end so that you can have a look at your fellow participants how they speak. Then you can start. Right? So I'll start with you, Bhushan. So what is the importance of transportation according to you?
Madam, transportation, you can say it's a great importance because of the people will move from one place to another within the city and apart from other one city to other city, one country to other country. And in this way, we can share our cultural values. Okay, and share our feelings and get to know about the places and explore the more and more the things uh, beyond our imagination. The transportation, yeah, as you know, you are from Hyderabad and from Kolkata. How I know about the Hyderabad? I used to heard about the Hyderabad. I used to go with the Hyderabad, and I used to visit this Hyderabad. And this is only possible because of the means of transport. Whatever the transport, it may be the private or the public sector transport. It gives overall, you can say the transportation is just an you can say the the gift of the science. You can say as and without this, we can't know about each other. Even the Vasco da Gama has explored the that is Kerala, Calicut, only by the means of transportation only. Either it may
Right.
be the water transport or the air transport or road transport. So there is a good importance of it, and the rest of the world has known about the India after the exploration. So this exploration only possible after only the
Transport.
transportation only.
True. Well said. Thank you, Bhushan. Over to you, Deepika. What will happen if there is no transportation?
Which point, ma'am?
Second
First
question.
one.
Second. Okay, you can go with
What
anything.
will happen is that okay, what will happen if there is no transportation? Yes, ma'am. Nowadays, it's we can't imagine this without transportation and invention of wheel. It was a big invention of in our past time. So in this way, we it may it could possible to run our civilization. So transportation, one of thing is well. So after that, they gradually improved their transportation and reached a good position nowadays. And whatever he also said that whatever water transport, air transport, without transport, we can imagine nowadays our life because if there is no transportation, our civilization will be stopped. So it's not possible to uh, imagine a civilization without transport. Everything is related with the transport. All
Right.
the things, social, economic, political, everything is related to our transportation.
Very well said. Alright, who's next? Over to you, Gufran. So, how did people travel in the past?
Okay.
Can you please
Yes,
unmute
ma'am.
yourself? How people used to transport in the past? Travel in the past, I mean.
Okay. Okay. So, ma'am, first of all, I would like to tell. I would like to tell about the like as the question like should we actually I don't know what is the question like should public transport be made free to all or not? So I think, ma'am, first of all I would like to say Luxembourg. So this is the first country who became the all public transport,
Mhm.
right? So this country was free, all public transport, wherever the Luxembourg citizens go, so they want to go. Those citizens don't need to pay the taxes. all
Mhm.
all public transport was free in Luxembourg. So this is the first country. And if I would talk about the second country, so that is the second country was Belgium. So had a such system, right? And now I would like to go the questions. The question is actually the question is that how did people travel in the past? Ma'am, I didn't study too much about the history, but first, just I would like to say about the past. I think so, ma'am. Uh, in ancient time, in ancient time, in ancient,
Mhm.
I'm not able to recall that historical moment. And he was like when we were the colonized of the Britishers, right, ma'am? So
Mhm.
at that time, the colonizers actually wanted to trade with India, the route of sea, like Arabian Sea, but but the total Arabian Sea was controlled by the Arab. So that is why the British does not don't know how can I trade with India this route, because this route is being set up by the Arabian Sea. So that person was the first person who discovered the sea route, which is now the South Africa, and he became like uh, he entered the Calicut coach. So this is the first language, I think. So as I can relate with them that he discovered the first route with the sea route. So now I can say
Mhm.
that I think in past time the citizens want to travel with this through the sea route. At that time, I would say does not have any like cars or buses, right? But sometime I think most of the time they used to travel with sea route.
Yeah, apart from that, like they also used to travel with through horses or camels as well. If you look at the history, if not the sea route, then people used to take it from these animals.
Right, ma'am.
Alright, who's next? Over to you, Shiv. So, when did people stop riding horses?
Right, ma'am.
Yeah. So, when did people stop riding horses?
When did people stop riding horses? So when I talk about public transportation is very important for us. So if I talk about fourth question, so even I don't know when people stop riding stop horse riding, because I didn't have idea about this question. Because in past time like 1857, first freedom, first freedom, first revolution. Then
It should be made free in India.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, I don't think so, ma'am. This thing it never ever will be happen in India, right? As one of the learners has already mentioned that 1 point something billion population exist in India. So I don't think it will be happen. And also one of the learners also mentioned this thing like this boost our economy, right? So, ma'am, I don't think it can be happen. But I would like to say, as I have already mentioned, that Venezuela, so that country has adopted this system. But after end of the time, he could understand that okay, now I have to abolish this policy. So in 1997, he has abolished this policy. Okay, ma'am. And I don't think it could be happen, but when we travel by train, by plane, by buses, and so many vehicles are there when we travel, so directly or indirectly we are paying the taxes, right? Like if I go to Lucknow, actually I go to my college from Barabanki to Lucknow. Actually I'm not able to see where I'm paying the taxes, where I'm paying the taxes, but I give him 30 rupees. But when he need petrol or diesel, so he go to that place where he needed to put the petrol in their vehicles, so at that time they are paying the tax through that. So now we can understand that, and this is also a public budget, right? We are getting the scholarship through the government. Why? Because of paying the taxes. If we and also one thing that, ma'am, if I will not buy the ticket or something like that, so at that time we will be feared that okay, we will be caught by the police if we will not buy the ticket. So that thing also we should understand. And I don't think, ma'am, it could be happen to all public transport free in India. It can never ever be happen. But also, ma'am, I would like to say one more thing
Mm-hmm.
about all public transport free. It and also actually when we pay the taxes, like directly or indirectly we are paying the tax, and the government
True.
is getting, like now in rural areas the citizens are getting the ration galla pani. I don't know how can I say in English, but they are getting. Why? Because they are getting us, like the government are getting us to tax, and through that they are getting to the poor people. So now this is the things I think. And also when we will travel by the train, right, ma'am? So something wrong happen in train, so at that time, like whatever we are paying the tax through the GST, so they got the money from us and they invested in train, in railway, airport, in railway sectors. So many sectors are there in India where the government are investing because of getting the taxes. So that's it from my side, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you so much, Gufran. Who's next? With the new yeah.
There will be a possible reason because the maintenance cost of the buses, most of the day by day, all the parts, the price of all the parts is increases, and after COVID increase. So after COVID, all the not only parts, all the things price has increased. So that is why I think maintenance cost, when maintenance cost will be increased, so bus fares also be increased. It's quite natural.
Valid, valid. All right. Yes, Avish, you raised your hand. Yes, Gufran.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can I speak, ma'am?
Yes, Gufran.
Okay. Ma'am, actually, I would like to mention about petrol or diesel, because most of the time people, citizens are talking about the petrol or diesel prices are hiking. Right, all the time they are talking. First of all, I would like to clear one point: why the petrol or diesel's price is hiking? Because of we are getting the tail from Russia or Arabian Sea. So now, like, we have a long route sea, right, ma'am? So that is why we are paying the taxes, like when we are purchasing tile from Russia. So at that time we have to pay the tax to Russia, because we do not have good relations with Russia. That is why, like, we are paying the tax to that country. That is why in India also the tax is, like, the petrol diesel rates are hiking. Like we and just like this is my last point. When we will have a good relations with Pakistan, so at that time we can directly import the oil from Russia or Arabian Sea. So at that time, I think so the petrol or diesel's price will be very low. I think we can get the petrol or diesel just very low price, very cheap rate, maybe I think 40 or 50 per liter. That's it from my side, man.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Gufran. Over to you,
May I
Avish.
speak, ma'am?
Yeah. That, that enthusiasm. Thank you for that, making the session interactive. I was not expecting this, to be very honest.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
Thank you,
Thanks a
ma'am.
lot.
Thank you.
yeah, people. I
Thank
hope
you, ma'am, for your patience also. For your patience also, you have wait for complete feedback from the participants. It's
Man,
great
man, you didn't give the opportunity
experience
to give
from
the
you.
feedback.
yeah, I'll give you a good run. Don't worry. We still have a time. What's the time right now? We still have 5 minutes. So yeah, coming back to the feedback, I'll start with you, Gufran. So you're speaking so well, and I'm so glad that you're so knowledgeable person. You have a great knowledge. The thing you need to focus is on prepositions and tenses. And a little bit of preposition is lacking. I mean, to and when to use that to and add these kinds of words. Please focus on that. Apart from that, you're so good. I mean, I'm so glad to listen from you.